Hello, my name is Taki Chan, and I'm your state representative for the 2nd Norfolk District. It is my honor to serve as your voice on Beacon Hill, and I ask for your vote on November 8th so I can continue to represent our great city. I have served on many legislative committees during my time in the House, from global warming to small business and community development. Currently, I'm the chairman of the Joint Committee on Consumer Protection and Professional Licensure. I oversee legislation pertaining to non-medically related licensed professions, including plumbers, hairdressers, and electricians. In addition, issues dealing with alcohol, horse racing, the lottery, and consumer protection measures are under my purview. I have the distinction of being the first Asian American to be a chairman of a committee in the House of Representatives. This year, I served on the Conference Committee of Wind Energy and Climate Change that helped craft the law that will bring Massachusetts to net zero carbon emissions by 2050. This new law will bring hundreds of megawatts of clean wind power to the grid, create tax credits for electric car purchases, and prioritize investments in new technologies such as battery storage. I voted in favor of the Student Opportunity Act, which is the greatest change to Chapter 70 education funding in 30 years. Quincy received $35 million in the 2023 budget, which is a $6.7 million increase since the Student Opportunity Act was passed. By fully funding our public schools, we are prioritizing our students and teachers to ensure their educational needs are met. Beyond advocating for funding to the city, I was able to direct funding to community-based organizations. Organizations such as the Germantown Neighborhood Center, Quincy Community Action Programs, and Quincy Asian Resources are critical partners in providing essential services to our residents. I continue to work with these partners on programs such as food security, assistance on home heating, and housing. The state is a significant partner in funding the city and state-owned infrastructure. Over the past 12 years, I worked to bring over $20 million to Quincy to repair and replace road and bridges. Working with my colleagues on the Transportation Committee, I secured through a combination of transportation bond money and opera funds $7 million for the C Street improvements and $6 million to dredge Quincy Bay. Between Chapter 70 education funding and unrestricted local aid, the state is responsible for 26% of the city's budget. I worked to eliminate the sunset clause for the film tax credit, which was set to expire at the end of 2022. It was through partnerships of unions and local businesses that we were successful. This law will continue to create thousands of Massachusetts-based jobs and generate millions of dollars in economic development for our communities. COVID-19 has stretched our public health system, created economic upheaval, and the rise of anti-Asian hate. Although not new, the uptick in attacks against Asian Americans was no less devastating. On April 10, 2021, I stood in front of Quincy City Hall in solidarity against all forms of hate. Through the efforts of the House Asian Caucus, Massachusetts became the second state in the nation to fund a study on anti-Asian racism. We hosted panels discussing to inform our colleagues on the impacts of COVID-19 on the AIP community and the importance of inclusive data and the need for mental health access. We also work to ensure legislation aimed at recruiting a diverse teaching and mental health workforce includes Asian Americans. I advocate on Beacon Hill to address the important issues that affect my constituency every day. I am currently working to establish a mandatory reporting system for those who abuse our senior citizens. This will be much like child and disability abuse reporting, where non-medical professionals would be required to report abuse. Our Gold Star families have sacrificed so much for our freedoms and have sponsored legislation that would increase their state annuity. I strongly believe that people on the sex offender registry must be required to register their online identities in addition to their home addresses. In today's digital world, we need to be ever vigilant in protecting people from new online threats. These are some of the many issues that impact us at home and that I am actively working to address. From Howes Neck to Wallaston, from Germantown to West Quincy, I am committed to the community I was born in, grew up in, and still live in. I am honored that you allowed me to be your state representative. I humbly ask for your vote on November 8th. Thank you.